Hello, my BioRavers, my lit up fam. What is happening? It's your girl Pearl. We're in the BioRave community live every Monday at 4 p.m. PST. This time is probably going to change because my schedule and things are changing and shifting. But right now, we're doing Mondays at 4 p.m. PST. And if you're not able to come live, hope you're watching the replay. I'm so happy to have you here. Everyone that's in the community, I'm so grateful for every single one of you. There's some pretty exciting stuff happening. And so if you haven't been checking a Discord group, get your butt in there or go read the things, okay? If you haven't been keeping in contact or up to date with my Instagram stories, the community, there's lots of things and places you can stay updated. But I'm going to share some updates and then I'm going to answer the one question that was dropped in the Discord channel. And then we're going to probably wrap it up because I can go create content and do other things. But anytime you have a question or you have something come up, feel free to drop in a Discord channel and I'll either address it there or on the next live call. All right. So here's what's coming up. Oh my God. So it's Christmas. It's the 11th. What the hell is happening? And Christmas is a time, I'm not really huge about the gifts or the religion around it, but I'm really big about getting people together, connecting, celebrating the year, wrapping up, just, feeling proud about everything you've accomplished, then setting goals and intentions for the new year as well. So it's super powerful, and I'm hosting two parties. We're doing two parties for the BioRave community, for BioRave. So the first party is going to be virtual, and we're still voting on a date. So if you haven't picked a date yet, go on Discord channel, go in the community chat. There is a poll option there, okay? And we're also having an in-person BioRave party. So if you are in person, if you are in Vancouver, or Lower Mainland area in the vicinity, please come through. So we are in two Christmas parties. They're both going to be lit, both going to be very different, obviously, but both lit. If you are able to come to both, baby. It's going to be absolutely great. Okay. And then that's the vibe there. And then I'm launching two programs in January. You probably heard me talk about this. And I'm going to keep talking about it forever and ever. Okay. Two programs. So the pre-sales opening next Monday. Right now, this week, I'm doing behind the scenes pre-sale where you get super crazy rate and a really good bonus. And the people that are in my movement challenge, in my magnetic moves challenge, in a dance challenge, y'all are going to get something super special for being in the challenge and for showing up for yourself. We're doing a thing when you join these programs. Okay. So that's really exciting. That's coming up. But these two programs are literally my heart and soul. And the vision for these programs are massive. Like, I can't wait to share more once I launch them and like share all the details to the public next week. But just know that this is literally everything that I've done in my entire life that's gotten me to where I'm going to be or where I am and where I'm going to be. And it's just everything I'm sharing is like years and years and years of knowledge, of coaching, of investing, of reading, of all the things. Oh, my light just died. No, but it's gonna be super powerful. So if you're someone that's like, oh my God, I want to learn more, DM me the word deets so you can get more information, get in early, get the bonuses and all the juicy stuff before I open it up to the public. And once I open it up to the public, some of those perks are going away and you'll be able to get the best freaking deal ever. Okay. So that's the vibe. And I'm just super excited for everything that's happening. Today, I just want to look at a location for my in-person. I'm doing a big BioRave launch party in Vancouver. So I'm planning this out and I looked at the venue. I'm renting a beautiful venue for this party and it's going to be really special. Like, not only am I launching the BioRave, my business, the BioRave movement, the BioRave, whatever you want to call it, I'm also launching an in-person community membership locally in Vancouver. And this membership is going to be really special. Going to have a lot of different perks and things as well happening around it. So that's super, super cool. All right. So I'm going to go in and ask and answer the question that Aaron dropped. But of course, this is going to be a shorter one, but there's lots of juicy updates. If you have anything you want to share with me, DM me. I love chatting in DMs, or message the Discord group and we can start chatting about all exciting things. Let me know if you're going to come to the virtual Christmas party or the in-person Christmas party or all the Christmas parties, right? Super, super exciting. Okay, I'm going to go just read Aaron's question and then we can chat about that. Too bad she's not live, but I will still go over it and share my thoughts. And then anything else that comes up, we can chat with either in the group or Over here. Okay. So she says, in college, I believed I was more fun when I was drinking, funnier, more free, more spirited. I made friends easily because I had no inhibitions or social anxiety. I hated that and embodied that person so I could be the fun girl, sober or drinking. But I feel like in the last 6 months, I've slipped back into this old belief that I'm way more fun when I'm drinking. Sad face. Because I must have stopped practicing this. Would love your take on this. Okay. Well, Erin, if you're watching this, I highly encourage you to think about what happened over the last 6 months that maybe had you go back to your old ways, old beliefs of thinking you're more fun when you're drinking. Yeah, so kind of tap into like what shifted for you, where that came from. And I also want you to think about before that when you were, being more fun, more free spirited, just your full authentic self, sober, what really supported that for you. Maybe you'll see some different things, maybe some commonalities, some patterns that maybe really supported you when you were being your full authentic self sober, and then what's shifted in the last 6 months for you. Now, obviously, a big piece of this is mindset, and I'm always talking about mindset. Oh, who hopped on? Oh my God, Allison! Wow, what's up? I was answering Erin's question in the community chat, and so mindset's huge here. So I'm curious why you start thinking that now, because I'm sure you know that you are a vibe, you're funny, you are, more free spirited. You can be that anytime you want. I'm sure you are in some moments within your life. So I'm wondering what shifted for you to start thinking that you maybe need drinks or need alcohol to be fully expressed. Maybe something has shifted in your confidence, or maybe there's been some certain scenarios in your life that have brought you back to that old thinking. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out here. You're not here, so I can't chat to you. But if you do watch this, I'd love to hear more. So you can message in the group chat or DM me. But what I would say for you is to really start to tap back into that person that was able to be fully expressed while sober, and remember what thoughts really supported you in doing that, and then start to create a new reality and be like go out sober, or like be fully expressed in your day-to-day life. Like, no, like I am fully expressed, I am funny, I am hilarious, I am free-spirited, right? I don't care what other people think, as I am, and you are. I've seen you on your Instagram. So I just want to know what shifted for you, and then start to reframe that thought, whatever's holding you back. Because it's not that you need alcohol to feel good or be yourself or be funnier or be more carefree. It's just alcohol helps you not overthink and be less anxious and forget about that shit. So I think it's about how can you bring yourself back to your body and bring yourself back to not overthinking and just being more embodied. And if you're not doing my dance challenge, I would highly recommend you go do it, because that will help you be more in your body and really anchor in that you are able to be your fully expressed self, and it's safe to do that. And so maybe somewhere along the lines in the last 6 months, your nervous system has found that it wasn't safe anymore for some reason. Maybe you stopped giving it the encouragement, or maybe some scenarios happened. That's all I have to say. But yeah, I'll focus on those things, remembering what shifted for you, and like anchoring back that old belief that supported you, and then creating new reality every day, and like embodying things and getting back into the body around you being sober and being a vibe, because you are a girl. All right. So that's my 2 cents there. Hope you watch the replay. I'm going to let you know I answer your question in the replay. And Allison is here. What is happening? How's it going, girl? You need an update? What's happening?
Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. I'm doing very well. We're packing up and leaving Mexico this week. So busy, busy, busy as usual, but I'm doing really, really well. Thank you.
I'm so happy to hear that. Oh my gosh, your Mexico trip has looked so good. You're going to Germany on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, we're flying to spend Christmas with my family for like the first time in I think 6 years. So it'll be
Wow.
really, really good. Yeah.
It's gonna
I'm
be
excited.
so special. I'm so excited for you and your boo. Oh, I can't wait to follow along in your stories and your broadcast channel. That's fun.
Thank you.
Well, do you have anything you want to chat about? Any questions coming up for you? This is like a community open Q&A chat. Just wanted to have like space to chat and see what's up, but no one hopped on, which is fine. I answered someone's question in the community chat, and now we're here.
Yeah, no, I love it as usual. I show up when I can because I love just like hanging out. But I do
Yeah.
have a question actually, and this just like happened, like just popped into my head. But what I kind of like struggle with is like specifically during the like this has come up for me before, but like specifically during the dance challenge is like what what do you do if you're not feeling like it? Do you know what I mean? Because like I'm not always, and like it's not even that I'm in a bad mood or anything, but I just don't feel like dancing. Where I'm like, oh, I'm just not feeling it. But I know how much it helps when I'm actually doing it. Like once I get myself to do it, but when I like put on a song, whatever it is, I'm like, oh my god, I can't even like listen, I can't even bother to listen to this song. So do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that I'm just not feeling it. So do you have anything where you're like, okay, well, this is how you're going to get yourself in the zone? Or and if you have said that in the chat, I do apologize because I have been trying to keep up, but I haven't. But is there
Okay.
anything that comes to your mind where you're like, yes, okay, this is what I do?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think this doesn't only tie into the dance challenge, but like anything in life when you don't feel like it, right? And so I'm just gonna like, why don't you feel like it? What comes up for you? You just like not in the vibe or not in the mood, or what's the main thing that comes up?
Yeah, I think it's just like not being in the mood to, or like then like I'll try and like force myself into it, and I'm like, okay, well, just give it a shot. But then I'm like dancing for 15 seconds. I'm like, nah, this is this is not the vibe because it's not authentic. So like I could be doing the freaking chicken dance because I'm just not feeling it. So it's like, how do I actually? And I think it's like, how do I actually enjoy this? Is I
Oh
guess the
God,
question.
that's so funny. Chicken dance. Okay, yeah, there's two ways you can go about this, and this goes for anything. Um, so when you don't feel like it, when I don't feel like doing something, usually it's because I'm in like a weird mind state and I'm like, I'm just maybe not just like not in the mood. So I either convince myself why it's a good idea to do it. Like I'll just go into my brain and be like, hey, Pearl, well, if you do this, you're gonna feel more energized, you're gonna feel better, it's gonna help you tap into blah blah, and you're gonna be able to more, and I just give myself the reasons why this is a good idea. All right.
Mm,
And then there's other piece, it's like, okay, come back to it later when you do feel like it. Okay, that's an option too. But part of me is like, when I think about, let's say, business and selling, like people sell every single day. Some coaches choose to sell every single day because that is the lifeline of their business and they want to make sales and they want to do
mm,
that every day. Even if they don't feel like it, they still sell every day, right? And so it's like comes down to what is a priority for you and what do you care immensely about. Because I know people that will literally not go a day without checking Instagram. Why? Like why? So people go a
mm,
day without working out, or they'll go a day without eating healthy. They'll go a day without. So I think it's about what you prioritize in your life, what's important to you, and your values. So for me, like even if I don't feel like dancing, I still do it because I know it's like non-negotiable for me to move my body to dance. It's part of my morning routine, makes me feel incredible, helps me work on my mindset. And it's one of the main factors for me to show up with energy to be in my business, to work with my clients. So that's like kind of my vibe. And then I don't have the option to not do it. Like it's not an option in my mind to not dance. I don't know. It's just like not, just like probably for you,
mm.
like you don't, it's not an option for you to not sell. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so yeah, I think it's getting to that mindset when it's something that's really important to you. Now, not everyone has the same thoughts about dance, but that mindset goes towards everything, goes towards maybe your sleep
Mm,
or you're exercising or you're eating or like selling in business. Like, why wouldn't you do this thing you know is going to benefit you? So I lean more towards like that mindset versus, I'll do it later when I feel like it, because you probably won't feel like it, right? Until you got to get yourself to feel like it. So that's what I would say there.
yeah, and that makes so much sense. And like while you're talking, I'm like, my gosh, like this is like I would tell that to like every single client when it comes to like selling or whatever. It's like, oh, I don't care if you don't feel like it. Like just freaking do it and you'll feel so much better afterwards. Like, but I think for me, and this comes up a lot with like things, and I'm sure people like if people are watching the recording, maybe they can oh my god relate to this. But like when it's not something that I'm doing, this sounds so stupid, but when it's something that I'm doing for myself, right? So for example, like I work out because I feel better, and then I show up better inside my business and I'm more confident, which means I make more money or I sell. Because it's not always about the money, but you get the idea. Like I
Yeah.
can have an outcome that has not necessarily anything to do with just my well-being. Whereas dancing for me is like, oh well, I do it when I'm in the mood because it's fun or because of this and this, and I don't necessarily, my brain doesn't have the connection between you dance, you feel better, you're more confident, you show up as like the next level version of yourself, or whatever it is. And obviously it doesn't have that connection because I've never danced on like a daily basis, right? So it's my job to build that connection. And even though, and it's like with any routine, even though I might not feel like it at the moment, I'll just have to do it, and then eventually I'll feel better, and eventually it'll be a non-negotiable. I don't know why I wasn't looking at it like that, because normally I do have a bit of awareness around it, but I think it's literally just because it's something just for me. Like it's just I get to feel better because of something. And yeah, I wasn't making that connection, but that's a really good way of like put the way that you put it was like so simple. It was like, oh my god, Alison, what is even the question that you're asking?
No, it's okay
um,
because I get that a lot. And I'm glad
yeah,
there's that connection for you because with any new habit, like there's no big motivator at first because you're like, well, like what am I gonna like? Even when I started selling, I'm like, well, no one's gonna buy anyway, whatever. But like that's like, no, we're doing this because we're building momentum and you're giving yourself the reasons why you're doing that thing, right? And so I think for you might be just like making the dots, like, hey, no, if I dance, I feel more confident, I'm happier, and it doesn't even have to be related to the sales. Like obviously you can link it if you want, if that's your motivator. One thing
yeah,
that I'm realizing a lot of people think about, or a lot of people are driven by, and I want to really shift this with my clients. It's like they only do things that are related to being successful or being productive or making money or like being, that energy, which is great. But also, like, just to do it because it makes you happy is a good enough reason. Just doing it because you want to, because you desire to have fun, like that is okay. And so it doesn't always have to be this like, oh, because I want to be successful and I want to make more money and like the really masculine ROI. I think it's okay to just be happy. And that's a really big win too. So
yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's so true. And I think I 100% agree. I don't do that. Like I literally need like, and it's not always like, as I said, like it's not always about being successful or making money, or but it's like, okay, well, what? Why am I doing this? What's the actual like ROI? And if, for funnily enough, like just making me feel good is not enough of a reason, which is crazy because that literally shows up like in every other part of my business or in my life. I'm like, okay, well, I only sell with my content because I don't want to like waste any time because I want to feel good, right? Like I can do it in every other part of my life, but then when it comes to like physical and mental well-being, somehow it's not enough. And I think that's just a lesson that we learn, just like, you can't rest isn't productive, you can't do this, it's not productive enough, you can't cancel plans if you've made them, if you don't feel like you always need to make excuses, or like you need to have a good reason for not wanting to do something. So yeah, I love that you're shifting that because I think it's a narrative that most people are very familiar with.
yeah, 100%. It's just like reconditioning yourself to have different belief systems around all these things and knowing that, yeah, like rest is productive, being happy is enough. Like doing
Mm,
dances every day because it makes me feel better is the fucking win. And so, yeah, and that takes time to rewire your brain. But the more you do it, the more you anchor that in and tell yourself that, you're like, yeah, of course, my happiness is my number one priority. Yeah, obviously, like, duh. So, yeah, then it becomes more normal.
yeah, I love that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, it's so good. So you're gonna get up dancing every day. Let's go, Allison. Let's get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly think I'll make it like I was just thinking. I think I'll just make myself like it'll just become part of my morning routine. Because like now I was looking at it as like, okay, well, when do I feel like it? Or like in the middle of the day to break up my day. But I think I'll just make it part, like look at it in a more stricter way until I can actually feel good about doing it. Like until I can build the habit, I'll look at it as like a non-negotiable part of my morning routine, just like my skincare or my journaling or whatever it is.
Exactly. Yeah, it's non-negotiable in my morning routine. I just add it on to like the end and it really helps me with my mindset work. And I think if you look at it like that, like when I'm dancing, I'm not just dancing and looking, I'm like actually like telling myself different things and telling myself that I'm gonna have an amazing launch and like I'm gonna help these
Mm.
people. And I'm like dancing and like telling myself and visualizing while I'm dancing because it's like a big embodiment piece. So if you can add that and like make it a mindset thing and an energy thing, I think that will help you too.
Yeah, 100%. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited now. I can't wait.
You see that little shift? I love it.
I love that. Thank you so much. I
It's
appreciate
so
that.
good. Yeah, you're welcome, girl. So happy to have you hop on for a nice little surprise. Was there anything else I can support you with?
No, that was literally it. That was mind
Amazing.
blowing. Like 5 minutes.
Amazing.
Like my mind is blown.
Woo,
Get me to
I
the
love
dance
that.
floor. I'm ready.
Yes, girl. We'll go dance right now. Okay.
I will. I literally am jumping off right now to go dance. I'm not even kidding.
Amazing. Well, thanks for hopping on. Yeah, I'll wrap up since no one else hopping on. We'll keep it short and sweet, which I love as well. But yeah, thanks for hopping on, Allison. And for those you watching the replay, let me know your thoughts and we'll talk to you next week. All right.
Bye, Pearl. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Bye.